the moment designers cherish. This is the moment designers love. It's the moment we bring our clients into the finished product to show them how all of the elements have come together to create the home of their dreams. This is the reveal. I'm so excited to welcome you in to be a part of it. Hi, I'm Michelle Boudreau of Michelle Boudreau Design Studio, based here in the lovely Palm Springs, California. I was really excited about preserving the iconic architectural mid-century modern details and mixing it up with modern twists. I blended a lot of patterns and textures to really make a mix and a cocktail of colors and calming environments that really invited the Palm Springs lifestyle, which is indoor, outdoor living. The fun thing about the project was mixing the modern with the vintage. I'm excited to share with you the reimagination of this iconic mid-century home. First thing you see when you enter the home is this warm, gorgeous coral door that invites you in with a warm, welcoming vibe. It really introduces you to a happy place to enter your holiday home. Come inside. Welcome in. The goal of the client was really to create a really calming, inviting vibe. So most of the color palette is with sage greens and neutrals. A contrasting warmth of this coral color is carried throughout and threaded throughout to add some color and happiness through the home. I wanted to wrap the entry in with warmth by covering it with this gorgeous textured neutral wallpaper of grass cloth that was used quite often in mid-century to warm up areas and details with touch. This is a great grass cloth with really beautiful touches of metallic gold that resonate throughout with the warmth and sunshine. And the area is centered with this gorgeous round mid-century Sputnik modern twist pendant lamp. Also upon entry, you're welcomed into a gorgeous powder room that has really interesting details and elements from the outdoors that really resonate with the Palm Springs indoor-outdoor lifestyle. This wallpaper is really exciting. I really love the patterns that bring the aesthetics of the indoor-outdoor living and the tropics that feel quintessentially Palm Springs. It's wrapped from the floors, through the ceilings, and around, creating a jewel box feel to make you feel special. The lighting in this bathroom was chosen to create some round, soft moments. And the juxtaposition of the heights create a nice soft glow for the powder room and resonate with the mid-century modern shapes that were used throughout in the 70s era. I'm excited to transition you to the heart of the home. This is the heart of the home. It has open plan living that sprawls throughout that invites you to enjoy the indoor and the outdoor living. a great neutral palette that really has a calming and inviting essence that really resonates with the Palm Springs indoor-outdoor living. I love the open plan details of this living room. The heart of it has capability to have different seating areas to enjoy and the open space of the indoor-outdoor living that is quintessential to the lifestyle in Palm Springs.
You'll see dusty rose and soft greens woven throughout the home. These colors are pulled from the magical colors of the outdoors.
I drew the inspiration from natural details of outside.
The green tones are inspired by the lush green cactuses and palm trees.
The green landscaping and natural elements are pulled inside and focused around to bring a calming, inviting environment. As much as I love creating modern, fresh, new ideas, I also am very respectful of original items, such as this fireplace made of original rock and stone. The color palette and materials are based around the natural original materials. The original fireplace materials of the rock and the natural details of the tongue and groove ceiling are threaded throughout with other materials throughout the home. To the right of the fireplace, we create a comfy, cozy, soothing seating area.
It's always important to me that my clients have multiple areas to choose from when they're entertaining or just want to relax. This is especially important in vacation homes.
We created a soft, soothing area with a custom sofa that fits the space beautifully, and reimagined a vintage William Plattner chair with soft velvet mohair fabric and a soft sage. To light up the room, I created these custom sculptural lights to give it a warm glow and emanate of creativity. The sofa is designed with an angle to frame the space. We created decorative channels to create an interesting, soft visual upon entry.
I love using custom fabrics to give vintage items an interesting, new, beautiful life.
This playful retro lamp is one of the vintage finds from the client. It brings in great personality and character. My client loves this space and loves using it for movie nights with friends and family. The next area I'd like to share with you in this open plan is what we've deemed the circle of love. This area is comprised of oversized mid-century armchairs and plush velvet fabrics. To add the touch of unexpected, each chair is designed in custom shades of greens and blushes. This is my favorite area of the house. The warm amber chandelier anchors the area with beauty. If you haven't noticed, the clients have a collection of quirky cats that are placed throughout the home. Try to spot this cool cat. A key feature of this open plan living is bringing the outdoors in. These floor-to-ceiling glass sliders transition to bring the outdoors in. This is my favorite area of the house, but moving on to the kitchen and the dining room, I've created these decorative screens that allow a division between the open plan living that create light that penetrates through. Welcome to the dining and kitchen area. The dining area is comprised of mid-century modern shapes with a Saarinen table and soft, cozy mid-century upholstered chairs.
What I love so much about this dining table is that the cool marble grounds the room with neutral strength, while also feeling luxe and timeless.
I've positioned the dining area to be in close proximity to the kitchen so the clients can gather and entertain guests. Lighting is so important for functionality and beauty. In the dining area, I've chosen a large brass and amber chandelier that continues the circle theme throughout the home and emanates a warm, radiant light for guests gathering. This is the kitchen area. It is expanded to open up to have views to the open plan living with views to the exterior from the back, as well as the front panoramic views of the mountains.
We were so blessed to have these amazing 14-foot high ceilings in this space. They open up the room and make it feel incredibly expansive.
The kitchen continues the neutral and sage color palette. The special feature is the full wall backsplash of textured tiles. The combination of colors creates an interesting invitation to gather. The light white oak of the cabinetry wraps around the kitchen to continue the neutral palette. Lighting is one of my favorite components of design. I chose these loop pendant lights to act as sculptural jewelry for the island. These cast a warm, ambient light. Instead of using generic recessed lighting, I chose to drop beautiful brass spotlights to focus on key areas of the kitchen. I added dimensional disc wall lights to highlight the tile textures. I have included 2 sinks as the clients enjoy cleaning up together after get-togethers. As a thematic approach, I've used the brass metal finish on all fixtures and fittings. The brass round pulls were sourced locally to complement the wood and bring warmth to the natural details. This finish is what I consider the Palm Springs sunshine. I love to add the artisan details and decorative touches, the kitchen and throughout the house. These are great for implementing fresh flowers in preparation for guests. Every Palm Springs home needs an area to create cocktails. We designated this grass cloth credenza as a bar area. It is decorated with vintage glassware with a backdrop of the iconic palm trees of the desert. We decorated the bar area with these vintage glasswares of ambers and golds that are resonant of the Palm Springs sunshine. Follow me to the guest rooms. They're located on the west wing of the house, away from the main area. The first room I'm going to take you to is the primary suite, the relaxing getaway. Welcome to the primary suite. The clients requested a getaway with a mood that was relaxing and calm. The room is wrapped in soft sage textured grass cloth for a soothing feel. We extended the room to create a glass corner to enjoy the views of the gorgeous outdoor landscape. We enhanced the area with comfy lounge chairs. Here the clients can enjoy the views. The floating wood shelves act as a display for the client's coveted vintage finds. Can you find the creative cats? We added these vintage lamps to create personality and color. They're actually the client's grandmother's lamps. To enhance the green details, we added a velvet plush cushion at the foot of the bed. To create softness and light intensity, we added these lovely soft drapery that open and close to add privacy and soft light. To create consistency, we added some artwork of beautiful mid-century themes and continued the circle theme throughout with arches and details in sage greens and multiple variations. To complete the primary suite, here is the welcoming wet room. Throughout the home, we poured classic terrazzo and custom color aggregate, which is designed with brass inlays that create architectural shapes. In the wet room, we dropped a portion of the floor and poured the terrazzo to shape the Roman soaking tub. The bathroom is wrapped in sage tile and natural green marble. The jewelry of this room is the oversized brass wall sconces that hug the light. I continued the light oak through to the bathroom cabinetry. And I added the hairpin leg, which is a nod to the mid-century detail. I continued the brass fittings throughout the bathrooms and the remaining of the home to add that mid-century sunshine. Each of the guest rooms were designed with a different color palette for the guests to explore during their stay. Up next is the rose room. The rose room was focused around a feature wall that had multiple shapes and patterns symbolic of the circle used throughout. We chose a color from that palette to wrap the room in, providing a rose room. A balanced mixture of shapes and pattern and dusty rose create the feature wall for the rose room. This is a new twist on our circle theme. The rose color exudes an essence of warmth and comfort. The shapes have a painterly artisan quality to add to the personality and the character of the room. I've added this side lounge chair. It's always a great place for guests to sit down and relax and enjoy in the comfort of their privacy. The headboard creates a modern, cozy curve for comfort. One of my favorite vintage finds is this crazy cat. It's got cool stripes and sinewy blue eyes. I love adding the finishing and decorative details. The side table lamps have a soft mushroom shape that continues the circle theme throughout. To add to the dimension and continue the rose color through the room, I added this dimensional artwork which has multiple geometric shapes and soft round edges that exude texture and modernity. The blush tones are continued into the ensuite with the custom terrazzo floor created with warm pink stones and shells. We brought the terrazzo up from the floor to the ceiling for a modern twist on a vanity backsplash. Classic glass square tiles wrap the bathroom to continue a rose color theme. Warmth comes in many colors. To introduce you to another warm room, let me take you to the Tangerine Room. This room represents the fiery colors of the desert sunsets. The wall features curvaceous patterns that climb up the wall. We incorporated these vintage lamps with warm, melted texture. This woven rattan egg chair provides a great place for guests to curl up in. A reflective arc mirror is finished with a flirty fringe. It's reminiscent of the 70s fringe fashion. A modern Sputnik chandelier of glass and brass drops from the center of the room to create a glamorous glow. The tangerine color continues into the ensuite bathroom. A classic white tile is enhanced with a tangerine grout to create modernity. The floor is covered in tangerine penny rounds to make you smile. The tall ceilings provide a skylight with a view to the iconic palm trees. The house is designed to create an easy transition from the indoor out to embrace the indoor-outdoor living of Palm Springs. I created multiple areas of seating to enjoy the outdoors. The green color palette continues drawing from the exterior lush landscapes. The seating areas are upholstered with sophisticated yet playful green and white desert prints. The swing is a guest go-to for fun around the fire pit. Thank you for joining me on this design adventure. I hope you enjoyed touring it as much as I enjoyed designing it. See you next time.